Look at the size of it on the top. It has a forehead only an aerospace engineer like me could love. Cargo bay big enough to swallow a house, and it just made its final journey home. The Airbus Beluga is one of the most beloved planes on the planet, partly because it's massive and partly because of the way it looks. Most airplanes are designed to be cool and sleek, but Beluga looks like a giant smiling fish in the sky. This flying machine literally carried the entire European aviation industry on its back. It has a fuselage bigger than most houses, a forehead that looks like a sci fi spaceship, and a design that makes you question everything you know about aerodynamics. Welcome to the ultimate retirement party for aviation strangest giant. I was lucky to have bought a ticket to access to the grand opening celebration right at the Aeroscopia Museum situated in Toulouse, France, where the Beluga number 4 has found its final retirement home. This is the official retirement of an absolute legend, the Airbus BelugaST number 4. ST stands for Super Transponder. Every vacation you have ever taken and every commercial flight you have ever boarded on an Airbus aircraft, it has a piece of this aircraft's DNA inside it. Because this aircraft spent 27 years flying the literal pieces of Airbus aircraft to the final assembly line. Fun fact, this aircraft is named as the Super Transponder. But the entire world took one look at the giant forehead and started calling it the Beluga whale. The nickname became so famous that Airbus adopted it. And on the new models, they even painted on a giant whale smile. For nearly 30 years, this exact aircraft flew parts across Europe to build the planes we fly on every day. And now it's a permanent part of history. This aircraft flew first on 9th of June 1998 and has logged more than 6,800 hours of flight time, over 4,400 plus missions. It made its last flight on September 17, 2025. Seeing this plane on a flight line is one thing, but standing directly underneath on the museum tarmac, it feels completely unreal. You truly realize how monumental the engineering behind this cargo deck is. To understand why this aircraft is such a big deal, you have to understand what came before it. Back in the day, Airbus used this Super Guppy to carry outside components. Now, when I say components, I'm not just speaking about the small ones. There's a huge, massive structural parts of the aircraft like the fuselage, the body, the wings. So, the major sections of an aircraft were built in different countries before being brought together for the final assembly in France. Wings were produced at UK, fuselage sections in Germany, tail structures in Spain, and the final assembly was carried out in France or in Germany. And this massive aircraft carried those parts from different parts of the countries to the final assembly. There were two photo booths put up where you could take your photograph with the Beluga written on the print, and I was so happy to have taken this photograph. It was like a gift to me. But by 1995, Airbus needed something faster, bigger, and fully jet powered. Then entered this Beluga ST, modified directly from an A300 600 airliner. Only 5 of these original Beluga STs were ever built. Think about that. This museum, Aeroscopia Museum, is now the only place on earth where the public can walk up and touch one Beluga. It's an incredibly rare piece of industrial history. The engineering trick that makes the Beluga work is brilliant. They drop the entire cockpit section downward. That way, the massive main cargo door can flip up without messing up the flight controls. So don't forget to add in your bucket travel list if you are an aviation enthusiast to visit Toulouse and this museum to have a glimpse or to have a look at this Beluga aircraft. Right now, we can only admire the exterior, but it is heard that there are plans to partially open up the exterior cargo bay to the public by July 2028. What happens to the skies now? You would be wondering. The original ST fleet is officially stepping down. handing the torch over to the massive next generation Beluga XL to handle production scaling. It's at the end of an era for the classic super transporter, but a spectacular new beginning for the specific airframe XL. Beluga XL is a larger successor and it's based on the Airbus A330-200. Spotter's guide for you. If you see them, Beluga ST and XL, flying over Toulouse, they might look identical at first. But here is how you spot the difference like a pro. The new XLs are the ones smiling at you with that giant whale livery. Exactly. Huge shout out to the museum team for putting together an unforgettable grand opening. If you enjoyed this closer look at the Beluga ST's new home, make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite Airbus aircraft, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Ashwati Boyero so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.